Good morning YouTube, this is Danny from TheSonicDucks, and I'll be profiling my ABC deck profile. This is an update from the last ban list. Let's get right back into it. Okay, so this deck consists of 3A, 3B, and 3C. This is pretty standard for the entire build. C and B actually have a lot more usage in this variant than they used to in the past. And you still utilize all three just as much as all the others, so that's why I still say, you know, 3 of each. Core 9 is the best way to go. Then I play 3 Photon Thrasher. 3 is definitely a lot better than 2 in this build. Photon Thrasher has a lot of usages, especially going forward in this deck. And the combos with this deck that involve Photon Thrasher are very simple, yet very effective. They can go and do with this deck. Then I'm playing only 2 of each gadget. If you wanted to, you could probably bump each back up to 3 if you so chose. But I think 2 and 2 works perfectly fine. Basically, they're just extra Thrashers. Thrasher's better to see, but this is still a really good card to see as well. And then I am playing 3 Ghost Ogre, 1 Maxx C. You could replace the Ghost Ogres with Ghost Ash if you so chose. I think Ghost Ogre is still really good going forward, and it's probably one of my favorite hand chops to play, you know, right now for sure. That's it for the monsters. It's a fairly decent amount, but very simple. For the spells, we play 3 Union Hangar, one of my favorite field spells to play. Best card in the deck, makes the deck actually run. Triple Terraforming, because we still have 3 Neener to the OCG. So we play 3. 3 Set Rotation. This is the reason I love the deck. Set Rotation is just so cool. Being able to just set up the extra Union Hangar to field spell on the opponent's side of the field is super cool. I love this card to pieces. Then we play 2 Pot of Desires just for extra consistency. I might bump it up to 3 in the future, but for now we're keeping the deck 40 cards, so 2 Pot of Desires is definitely the way to go. 1 Pseudo Space. This basically means we have a 4th Union Hangar, and it's another card for set rotation. And then I play 1 Oracle of Zefra. So, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but the way this card's wording is it's a mandatory search when it's activated. So just like the BLS spell card, they can't activate it if they don't have any Zefra cards. And I think that's how the wording and the ruling should work, but if not, correct me if I'm wrong. But that's the reason I play the 1 Oracle of Zefra in the deck. I don't play Dragon Ravine just yet because we don't have the Dragon Tuner just yet. So, but once we get that, you could probably include Dragon Ravine in here as well, but that's why I'm not playing it right yet. 1 Rhoda to search out the Photon Thrashers. 1 Soul Charge, because Soul Charge is super good in this deck. 1 Raigeki, it helps us go second, you know, just in case we're forced to go second. This deck doesn't really like to go second, but if we're forced to do it, you know, we have our methods of doing so. And then for the traps, we play 2 Grand Horns, 1 Strike. These Grand Horns would be replaced with Strikes, but Grand Horn is still pretty good too, being able to just end the battle phase, or end the main phase and go into the battle phase, or end phase. It is pretty strong. Just giving our opponents cards is not very great, but still. And then 1 Warning, because Warning is Warning, so you could easily replace these 2 horns with Strikes, and then we have a Solemn Brigade. You could probably put D-Barriers in the traps if you wanted to, but I just wanted to keep it simple. So that's the main deck, it's 40 cards. For the extra deck, I am playing 3 Buster Drake. We still have 3 compared to the OCG, Neener. Best card in the deck, win condition, just all around great card. Don't need to say too much about that. For the link portion, I play 2 Proxy Dragons and 2 Decode Talkers. This allows the deck to actually go off. Being able to end the board with a Decode Talker and a live Dragon Buster is super strong, and probably one of the best things that this deck can do nowadays, and I actually really like this a lot. Then for the XYZs, I do play 1 Tsukuyomi. Don't make it too much anymore these days, but still being able to use is good. 101, because Emerald is banned, so oh well. 1 Dweller, because Dweller is really good. Castel, being able to get rid of problems, is really strong. Direwolf, because Direwolf is still pretty good in a deck like this, being able to send all your materials to the graveyard that you need. Gigant X, just having the extra search power is still really good. He actually comes in a lot more than anything else in the extra deck, surprisingly. And then the Utopia package, because it's the Utopia package, what are you going to do? And that was my ABC deck profile. I hope you liked it. This is another one of my favorite competitive decks to play, and a deck I am definitely considering for the Dallas YCS. It's one of the decks that I'm really glad did not get touched by the ban list. You know, it's a very strong, very budget deck, and definitely has a lot more competitive relevance now that Zoo is gone. And going forward, I think it's still going to be one of the strong contenders for the meta next to Draco and Spirals when the new cards come out. So I'm looking forward to this deck being really competitively strong, and I hope you like it, and I think you should consider it.
What about that Castel Emerald?
Yeah. Edit on that.